Guys, so I'm gonna put together a little video for you to show you how to import images into SketchUp if you have existing floor plans already. This is something that will be very useful for your formative assessments that is due at the end of this week. So let's have a quick look at this. First, I'm gonna open up my regular SketchUp template, and you see mine looks a little bit different, but that's just because I have an older version on my Mac. The templates don't change, so it's still architectural design and millimeters. I'm going to start using SketchUp. So here we go. Let's get rid of this guy. He's as useful as that little window. We're just going to have to go onto Moodle where you have your floor plan. So in your Moodle page for visual technologies, you have your core Palace 1901 floor plan, which looks like this. So just make sure that you download that. Let me see, we have it popped up right here in our downloads. I'm not going to open it there. We are going to go to our SketchUp window, click on File. We are going to import, and we are going to go to our downloads. And you see how these are light gray? It's just because they're PNG files instead of a PDF. So if we just change that to all supported image types, and then we can import to PDF. Now what you'll find here is that when you pop it up, it'll come kind of standing up, which you don't want to do. Easiest thing to do is just to leave it in the origin point. You click once, and then as you pull, this will scale up. For now, just leave it wherever you would like. We look at it from top view, and what you'll see here, if we zoom in, this is a little bit of a measurement thing that's not really going to be helpful for us right now. Now, what you will have to do is to go in and measure one of the spaces. Now, you do not need to measure all of it, you just need a reference point. I would maybe recommend, because this is quite easy to see, just to go to the Grand Hall and measure the corners in front of the big windows, right? So then in here, if I measure from here to here, right now that's 42 millimeters, which is way too small. So I am going to zoom out, and I'm going to simply scale this up. So I'm going to use my scale tool that you're used to, and we can scale this up by quite a bit. So let me just zoom myself out quite a lot, and we're going to zoom this up. Now I haven't actually been to measure this, so I am guessing a little bit now. Well, that is probably a little bit much. Okay, we went a little bit crazy. Maybe let's try here. Okay, we still went a little bit crazy. So this will take a little bit of trial and error. That's 8.2 meters, which is still probably a little bit big. But again, you're gonna have to just go in and measure and make sure that you just get one measurement right. I would recommend this one because it's easy to find in the drawing, and it's probably fairly easy to measure as well. If you prefer to measure across from the entrance lobby into the Grand Hall, you can. If you prefer to just measure the entrance itself, you can do that as well. That's absolutely fine. As long as you get one of the measurements right, everything else will be fine. Now, once you have your drawing in, you simply grab your pencil tool and you start drawing on top of this. It's really fairly simple. The one thing with this that you're going to have to get used to is that you will have to just draw on top of it, and it will not be 100% accurate, but it will be good enough to do your layouts, right? So once you have this settled, whichever space that you need, so if you're working with the Grand Hall, for instance, you zoom in on the Grand Hall and you start drawing on the Grand Hall. So you can see where you have kind of your outlines, I can do just a straight outline for now. And then I can go in later to do, oh, there we go, that's kind of straight. There you go, see, there we have one space there. Now, if you want to actually see through this, I would maybe even just delete the paint. So you keep the lines, but you can delete the bottom so you can see inside of this. Another thing that's maybe good, see where are my, this looks a little bit different from yours because it's on a Mac, which isn't great to work with, but it works. So then you simply use the tools that you need to create the space that you want. You offset it and then you can go ahead and furnish it. And that is all that you need to know. So again, just to recap how to get this in here, you go to File, Import, and then it's really important that you just select all supported image types. It will likely go to PDF by default. If you don't switch it back, you will not be able to import the floor plan. So just make sure that you do that.